Thank you for being a part of the journey. For those of you watching this, thank you so much for checking out this video. This is a life journal entry for myself, Brendan, for Lacey, and for our cute little son, River here. So some of you have seen a video of this that I've done in the past, where basically it's just a chance for myself, and in this case for both of us, for Lacey and I, to be able to just kind of like share a little bit about what we're up to, what we're going through, our own personal shifts in consciousness, the creative projects that we have in the works, and a way to just kind of like share with you guys what's on the horizon, and just giving us a chance to be able to practice speaking from the heart. And there's been a lot that has kind of been going on over the past few months. Obviously, just again getting into this new routine of being a parent for myself and Lacey. Again, a lot of us just spending a lot of our time taking care of River, and within this also kind of like balancing our creative endeavors and passions and our entrepreneurial lifestyle. And then like Lacey, just from your heart, like how are you doing right now? How are you feeling? What have we been learning? And we can talk more about the projects and we got some exciting things that we're working on that we're going to tell you guys about as well. So
I mean, it's been an interesting summer, full of challenges and stuff, but also like just so much creativity. And me and Brendan have been working on a lot behind the scenes, just flexing our imagination a lot, and that's been really, really healing for me. And just continuing to study our dreams. And it's been an amazing summer, and I've just been working on some internal stuff during all of that as well, which I think is forever an ongoing process of purging and letting go of things that don't serve us, and always kind of reflecting and coming back to that as much as we can. And I feel like sometimes there's just not enough time in the day to give ourselves permission to reflect and go, okay, like, how can I, lean more into like the better me, like, the better part of me. And then it's just giving ourselves permission to have the time to sit and reflect on that. It's been a big lesson for sure over the past couple months.
I think for both Lacey and I, it's interesting because like both of us have gone through a lot of our own self-awareness over the years, development, and so like we're conscious enough to know that like we want to be better versions of ourselves, the best version of ourselves, and having an idea of what that looks like. And then at the same time, just like trying to achieve that while still just in the midst of the very real expectations and challenges of this world. And a lot of it, over the past few months, like, and we're not the only ones in this situation, but it's like, it's like we have all these ambitions, and then at the same time, it's just like, and we have to pay bills, and we have to make rent, and we have to do this, and we have to do that. So, over the past month, some of you heard the part of the reason why, I haven't been as active on social media is because I've just kind of been getting into this new flow of working another job. I've been working at a cannabis shop, and again, that plus on top of being a dad, for me, it's just kind of like, okay, like where does the old routine that I used to have of managing Paradigm Shift, how do I fit that into that? And that's something where, like as the month has gone by, I've gotten used to it, my schedule's shifting around, and now for myself, some of the stuff that we're leaning into, like I'm looking back to getting into doing like weekly regular events to the best of my ability, at the same time while still just managing the fatherhood. And a lot of it has been really challenging because there are ideas that I have where I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a broadcast this day, or I'm going to do tarot tonight, and then I end up working, and then by the end of the day I'm just exhausted. And again, on top of like just tending to needs of the house and River and everything, and taking care of the family, it has been undeniably challenging. And there's a lot that I want to be able to improve on for myself. Like I want to be able to just get back into like more of like an exercise routine for myself. That's always been important for me. Lacey and I we're getting into more of like our meal preps and just like conscious eating. We want to get back, both of us want to get back into exercising and just finding more time even just for meditation. And it's interesting because like we're so busy just taking care of things, and this is something we were talking about, and we'll probably talk more about in another video, where it's like you know, we've kind of like we're still spiritual, but the spiritual practice hasn't always been like at the forefront of our habits, but at the same time, like the spiritual awareness is still there. So, you know, just kind of just caught into this Maya. The one thing I will just mention quick is, again, we're going to keep this video pretty short just for you guys to have something to look forward to. Lacey and I, we've actually been working on what we're referring to as the Awakening Anthology. And this is actually going to be a series of short stories that we've already begun working on that are inspired by real dreams. And so these are like real dreams that Lacey has had that we're like adapting into written short stories, and we're actually using like mid-journey art to be able to help like bring them to life.
And kind of merging like my art, like because my medium is like mixed media, like collage work anyways, and we're taking the AI and kind of like using both of our skills to like merge these worlds together, with his ability to like tell stories and then my like just, you know, access to the higher dimensional space. We've just been creating stories, and it's just been so much fun, like really inspiring, and obviously a lot of things of like, you know, waking up and all of that fun stuff. So we're excited to show you guys what we've been doing.
Yeah, that's something where we'll be releasing kind of like chapters and volumes over the period of time, and for us, again, that's something where it's like for our lifestyle, it's like doing broadcasts isn't for right now, it's not something where it's like with my schedule it's fully applicable, but the idea of like us working on short stories, like, you know, we can kind of fit in a few hours here and there and have that on our own time. And so the Awakening Anthology, stay tuned for that. We're going to be releasing kind of like little chunks of it here and there, and that will be something that will be exclusive for our Patreon supporters. So that will be something that where not only will you guys get access to that, but you'll also have an awesome way to be able to help support us. We'll still be releasing kind of like previews to the public, and then the full releases will be available for the Patreon supporters. We'll include the Patreon link into this video, and of course it's in my profile link for those of you watching this on other platforms. So I would keep an eye open for that and stick around, and then also on the Patreon you'll get access to like other stuff that I'm doing for events. And Lacey and I still want to do our dream circles and everything like that.
Absolutely.
Like
I really
those are exciting. Yeah.
Miss getting together and doing that.
Yeah.
So as soon as we can start getting those going again, I would love that.
Yeah.
We also still want to work on our podcast.
Yeah.
And do more, you know, like
long form kind of discussions.
Yeah, like we just love.
We talk a lot. We have a lot of great conversations, and then like
we're
like, oh, this should be a podcast. Like,
yeah, we joke we'll be in the car, and I'm like, we should do like a car
cast or something
because
like that.
When we drive or when we're like on a little adventure, we just have like these really, really meaningful, deep conversations that a lot of like introspection, but a lot of like wisdom comes from it, and I'd love to share that with other people. So
totally.
Whether that's in our you know, our house or, you know,
wherever,
wherever
but yeah,
we definitely want to do more of that.
Yeah, and again, like right now, like even us making this video, it's interesting because it's like, you know, priority is like, well, we got to focus on other stuff, we got this, but both of us creating content has always been a big passion of ours. So it's like it's a muscle that we kind of have to retrain, especially since we've both kind of been so busy, and I'm sure you guys understand that. So for us, it's a practice, you know, like creating content is a practice, but it's also a practice of will. It's a practice of focus. It's a practice of channeling creativity and being conduits of consciousness. And it's been interesting because, again, like over the past while, and we'll keep this video wrapped up in the next minute and we'll talk more later, you know, it's been, for both of us, it's kind of been this journey of, you know, our focus is on taking care of River, that a part of us is just like, well, who am I? Like, who was Brendan before? Who am I still now? Who do I want to be outside of just being, you know, a dad and, you know, someone who's doing all this other stuff? And both of us are very passionate storytellers and space holders. And so, yeah, like us creating content and us creating stuff for you guys is very exciting for us. And we're going to be doing more of that. So we'll wrap this video up here. Lacey, any closing words, and then we'll be done for this one.
Just check-ins, you know, stay up to date with us, and you know, if you want to just send us a message,
send us a message.
We appreciate your love and support as always, and we're looking forward to, you know, the coming months, and
stay tuned. So cool. Again, donations are always welcome. Check out our Patreon. We love you guys so much, and stay tuned for more. River says hi. Okay.
He's tired.
Nap time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
You're